Good morning, dear students. Today we shall learn the major physiographic divisions of India. Actually, students, India is divided into 6 physiographic divisions on basis of the varied physiographic features. So they are northern and northeastern mountain, northern plain, peninsula plateau, Indian desert, coastal plains and islands. So let's learn about Himalayan mountains. First of all, the Himalayas is it's a big, very huge mountain range in Asia, separating the plains of the Indian subcontinent from the Tibetan plateau. The range has many of Earth's highest peaks, including the highest Mount Everest in border. The Himalayas include over 50 mountains exceeding 7,200 meter in elevation, including 10 of the 14 8,000 meter peaks. By contrast, the highest peak outside Asia is 6,961 meter. And the pyramid knot, popularly known as the roof of the world, is the connecting link between the Himalayas and the high ranges of Central Asia. From the pyramid, Himalayas extend eastward in the form of an arc shape. The term Himalaya is derived from Sanskrit. It means the abode of snow. The northern mountains that function as a great wall is grouped into 3 divisions: the Trans-Himalayas, Himalayas, and eastern or Purvanchal hills. And the next we shall move on to the next topic, that is Trans-Himalayas. The Trans-Himalaya is a 1,600 kilometer long mountain range in China, extending in a west-east direction parallel to the main Himalayan range. The rocks of this region contain fossils bearing marine sediments which are underlain by tertiary granite. It has partly metamorphosed sediments and constitutes the core of the Himalayan axis. The prominent ranges of Trans-Himalayas are Zanskar, Ladakh, Kailash and Karakoram. Next we shall learn more about Himalayas. The Himalayas nearby, we find there the Tethys Sea, found between the 2 landmasses, was uplifted by the compression, and the resultant landform was the Himalayas. It consists of many ranges. The main divisions of the Himalayas are the Greater Himalayas, the Lesser Himalayas and Shivaliks. So let's first learn about the Greater Himalayas. So in which we can see, first of all, the Greater Himalayas receive lesser rainfall as compared to the Lesser Himalayas and the Shivaliks. Physical weathering is less effective over the Greater Himalayas as compared to the other ranges. This range is mostly continuous of all ranges. It is region of permanent snow cover, so it has many glaciers. Gangotri, Yamunotri and Siachen are some of them. The Himalayas consist of 3 parallel ranges: the Great Himalayas, known as the Himadri, the Lesser Himalayas, called the Himachal, and the Shivaliks, which comprise the foothills. Mount Everest, at a height of 8,848 meter, is the highest peak, followed by the Kanchenjunga at 8,598 meter. So next we shall move on to the next topic, the Lesser Himalayas or the Himachal. The Himachal range, also called the Lesser Himalaya, is a major east-west mountain range with elevation 3,700 meter to 4,500 meter along the crest, paralleling the much higher High Himalayas range from the Indus River in Pakistan across northern India. This region is subjected to extensive erosion due to heavy rainfall, deforestation and urbanization. So major hill stations of the Himalayas are located in this range: Shimla, Mussoorie, Nainital, Almora, Ranikhet and Darjeeling. These are some of the familiar places. So next, students, we shall learn more about the Shivaliks, or we also call it as the Outer Himalayas. Shivalik range, also called Shivalik Hills or Outer Himalayas. Actually, Shivalik also spelled Shivalik, sub-Himalayan range of the northern Indian subcontinent. Though only 10 miles wide in places, the range has an average elevation of 3,000 to 4,000 feet. And it is a most discontinuous range. The longitudinal valleys found between the Shivaliks and the Lesser Himalayas are called dunes in the west and dwarfs in the east. These are the ideal sites for the development of settlements in this region. So we shall learn more about Purvanchal Hills. The Purvanchal range or the eastern mountains is a sub-mountain range of the Himalayas in northeast India. It lies south of the Brahmaputra valley. Most of these hills are located along the border of India and Myanmar, while others are inside India. Dafla Hills, Abor Hills, Mishmi Hills, Patkai Bum Hills, Naga Hills, Manipur Hills, Mizo Hills, Tripura Hills, Mikir Hills, Garo Hills, Kasi Hills and Jantia Hills are the hills which are collectively known as Purvanchal Hills. So students, now we are going to learn in detail about the importance of Himalayas. So we shall learn some more extra important, interesting points about Himalayas. Let's learn more. Let's know the world more and more updates about Himalayas. The Himalayas are the body and soul of India. In a very special measure, the Himalayas constitute India's national mountain system. Number 1, climatic influence. The Himalayas play a very significant role in influencing climate of India by virtue of their high altitude, length and direction. They effectively intercept the summer monsoon coming from the Bay of Bengal and Arabian Sea and cause precipitation in the form of rain or snow. Besides, they prevent the cold continental air masses of Central Asia from entering into India. Had there been no Himalayas, the whole of India would have been a desert in the absence of precipitation, and its winters would have been very severe under the influence of cold air masses coming from Central Asia. So the next importance of Himalayas, number 2, defense. The Himalayas have been protecting India from outside invaders since the early times, thus serving as a defense barrier. But the Chinese aggression on India in October 1962 has reduced the defense significance of the Himalayas, cannot be ignored altogether. So we'll see the third point, the importance of Himalayas. Third one, source of rivers. Among all the great rivers of India have their sources in the Himalayan ranges. Abundant rainfall and vast snowfields as well as large glaciers are the feeding grounds of the mighty rivers of India. Snow melt in summer provides water to these rivers even during dry season, and these are perennial rivers. Do you know the meaning of perennial? So perennial, it's actually the word in which you find, for example, river Ganga we can take. Throughout the year it flows. Even in the time of summer it doesn't get dried up. So that's the meaning of perennial. Perennial rivers will be a long-lasting one even throughout the year. It will not get dried up even in summer. So let's continue. The Himalayan rivers, along with hundreds of their tributaries, form the very basis of life in the whole of North India. So let's move on to the fourth one. Importance of Himalayas. It's also a fertile soil. The great rivers and their tributaries carry enormous quantities of alluvium while descending from the Himalayas. This is deposited in the great plain of North India in the form of fertile soil, making the plain one of the most fertile land of the world. It has been estimated that the Ganga and the Indus carry 19 and 10 lakh tons of silt per day, respectively, and the silt carried by the Brahmaputra is even more. It is therefore often said that the great plain of North India is a gift of the mountain, that is the great Himalayas. So let's move on to the next importance. Number 5, hydroelectricity. The Himalayan region offers several sites which can be used for producing hydroelectricity. There are natural waterfalls at certain places, while dams can be constructed across rivers at some other places. The vast power potential of the Himalayan rivers still awaits proper utilization. So next, we get a lot of electricity from these hydroelectric power is really helpful. Number 6, forest wealth. The Himalayan ranges are very rich in forest resources. In their altitude, the Himalayan ranges show a succession of vegetal cover from the tropical to the alpine. The Himalayan forests provide fuel wood and a large variety of raw materials for forest-based industries. Besides, many medicinal plants grow in the Himalayan region. So what are the other next importance of Himalayas is agriculture. The Himalayas do not offer extensive flat lands for agriculture, but some of the slopes are terraced for cultivation. Rice is the main crop on the terraced slopes. The other crops are wheat, maize, potatoes, tobacco and ginger. Tea is a unique crop which can be grown on the hill slopes only. A wide variety of fruits such as apples, pears, grapes, mulberry, walnut, cherries, peaches, apricot are grown in the Himalayan ranges. The next, we might have heard about Himalayas tourism. So let's learn about tourism. By virtue of their scenic beauty and healthy environment, the Himalayan ranges have developed a large number of tourist spots. The hilly areas in the Himalayan offer cool and comfortable climate, which helps and also which attracts the neighboring plains, and also when the neighboring plains are reeling under the scorching heat of the summer season, millions of tourists from different parts of the country as well as from abroad throng the Himalayan tourist centers to enjoy their natural beauty and to escape from the summer heat of the plains. The increasing popularity of winter sports and the craze to enjoy snowfall has increased the rush of tourists in winter also. Srinagar, Dalhousie, Dharamshala, Chamba, Shimla, Kullu Manali, Mussoorie, Nainital, Ranikhet, Almora, Darjeeling, Mirik, Gangtok are important tourist centers in the Himalayas. So students, what is the next importance of Himalayas? Let's see. The most important one, pilgrimage. So every year you might have heard about a lot of pilgrims moving on and climbing over the mountains in Himalayas, and which is snow covered. They go and worship and just to see the snow covered linga, they go and visit it. So let's see what are the importance here. Apart from places of tourist interest, the Himalayas are also proud of being studded with sanctified shrines, which are considered to be the abodes of the gods. Large number of pilgrims trek through difficult terrain to pay their reverence to these sacred shrines: Kailash, Amarnath, Badrinath, Kedarnath, Vaishno Devi, Jwalanji, Uttarkashi, Gangotri, Yamunotri are some important places of pilgrimage. And also, the final, we'll just see the 10th point. We also get mineral resources from here. So let's see some of the minerals here, and the Himalayas are really rich in that. The Himalayan region contains many valuable minerals. Coal is found in Kashmir. Copper, lead, zinc, nickel, cobalt, antimony, tungsten, gold, silver, limestone, semi-precious and precious stones, gypsum and magnesite are known to occur at more than 100 localities in the Himalayas. Unfortunately, many of the mineral resources cannot be exploited at the present level of technological advancement due to adverse geographical conditions. Further advancements in modern technology may help in exploiting these resources. So the future possibilities of minerals exploitation in the Himalayas are great. So students, if you get a chance to visit this beautiful place, the Himalayas, so please visit if you get a chance. It's extremely beautiful. So with my own experience I say, it's heaven. So let's see in the next chapter more about the physiographic places, and also we can see the divisions of Himalayas in the next upcoming classes, the northern plains and also the peninsular plateaus, and many more things we'll be seeing. So students, today we'll come to an end with the importance of Himalayas. That's all in today's lesson. Thank you. And students, here we can say the physical map has been given, which you are going to do all these places which are there given. Please mark these places in India outline. And there are various rivers, plateaus, hills, deltas, coastal plains, and also islands. Many more places are being given, and all these are important. Every year you get some questions from this for public exam. So please do it. Thank you.